Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraya Nashtaprayesa Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishtaki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 71, Text 11. Shri Sukha Uvacha Iti Uddhava Vachaha Rajan Sarvataha Bhadram Achyutam Devarishi Yaduvraddaha Cha Krishnaha Cha Pratyapujayan. Shri Sukha Uvacha Iti Uddhava Vacho Rajan Sarvato Bhadramachyutam Devarishiryadu Vruddhascha Krishnascha Pratyapujayan. Iti Uddhava Vacho Rajan Sarvato Bhadramachyutam Devariširyadu Vruddhascha Krishnascha Pratyapujayan. Iti Uddhava Vacho Rajan Sarvato Bhadramachyutam Devariširyadu Vruddhascha Krishnascha Pratyapujayan. Iti Uddhava Vacho Rajan Sarvato Bhadramachyutam Devariširyadu Vruddhascha Krishnascha Pratyapujayan.
Devariširyadu Vruddhascha Pratyapujayan.
Mataji's. Te Uddhavato Rajan Vato Bhadramachyutam Devariširyadu Vruddhascha Krishnascha Pratyapujayan. What word meaning? Sri Sukha Uvacha. Sukadeva Goswami said, Iti, thus stated, Uddhava Vachaha, the words of Uddhava, Rajan, O king, Parikshit, Sarvataha, in all ways, Bhadram, auspicious, Achyutam, infallible, Devarishihi, the sage of the demigods, Narada, Yadu Vriddaha, the Yadu elders, Cha, and Krishnaha, Lord Krishna, Cha, and also Pratyapujayan, praised it in response. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, Devarishi Narada, the Yadu elders, and Lord Krishna all welcomed Uddhava's proposal, which was entirely auspicious and infallible. Please repeat responsively. Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, Devarishi Narada, the Yadu elders, and Lord Krishna all welcomed Uddhava's proposal, which was entirely auspicious and infallible. Purport. Srila Sridhar Swami explains that the term Achyutam indicates that Uddhava's proposal was fortified by logical reasoning. Furthermore, Sukadeva Goswami specifically indicates by the term Yadu Vriddaha that it was the senior members, not the junior ones, who welcomed the proposal. Young princes such as Aniruddha did not like Uddhava's proposal since they were eager to fight Jarasandha's army immediately. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanan Janasalakaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkrapatamaham Bande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pastacha Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are reading how Lord Krishna was performing his pastimes in Dwaraka and one of the days, a messenger arrived in Dwaraka carrying the message from the kings who were imprisoned by Jarasandha. 20,000, not just few, 20,000 kings, royal order, members of the royal order, they were imprisoned by Jarasandha simply because they did not accept the supremacy of Jarasandha. Jarasandha, in fact, he went around the world to conquer. It is said that one who can conquer everywhere, he can perform Rajasva Yajna. So Jarasandha was on his mission to conquer the world, and 20,000 kings, they did not accept him. No. He imprisoned them. And they actually sent a message to Krishna that you please come and relieve us. In fact, Jarasandha fought with the Yadus when they were in Mathura. Simply because Jarasandha's daughters were married to Kansa. So when Kansa was killed by Krishna, so Jarasandha's daughter came back to Jarasandha. The tradition is that the girl becomes widow, either she enters the sati pair, gives her life up, or goes back to father's place. So they both came back. So because of this, Jarasandha was very upset with Krishna. So he came actually with his entire army, surrounded Mathura. And there was a fight. And Jarasandha was defeated. Balaram, he wanted to kill him actually. What nonsense came. Then there was a Asariri voice from the space. Said, no, don't kill him. He is supposed to be killed by Bhima, not by you. He is a chota machar. Bhima karega. Balabhadra is the supreme personality of God. Balabhadra said, chalo, jao. 17 times he was defeated. Again and again he came. Finally, Krishna and Balaram decided, chhod do isko. Why we will waste our time with this fellow? So they left the battlefield. Then Jarasandha said, now I am victorious. Appeared to be defeated, but not really defeated. Because anyway, Krishna wanted to move out of Mathura, start his pastime in Dwaraka. So they came to Dwaraka. So he is always proud that Krishna ran away from the battlefield, fearful of me. So he is defeated. And he imprisoned all these 20,000 royal order persons. So they sent a message to Krishna saying that actually you are the supreme personality of Godhead. We will submit to you, not to this Jarasandha. So please come and take care of this person. So when this messenger reached, Narada Muni also reached. In fact, Narada Muni came little earlier, saw all the pastimes of Krishna in the previous chapters. Again he appeared. Exactly when the messenger was telling that to come to Magadha and defeat Jarasandha. So, Krishna asked, oh, Narada, please, all the honors, took care of him and said, what is the message? What you are coming from Pandavas, what do they want to do? So, Narada Muni conveyed the message that Yudhishthira Maharaj wanted to perform a Rajaswaya Yajna. So he wanted your sanction as well as your presence. So please, you have to make sure that this Rajaswaya Yajna is conducted by Yudhishthira Maharaj. So immediately the purport also it is mentioned. Immediately the young members of the Yadu dynasty said, no, we should go and defeat this Jarasandha immediately, not wait for anything. Eager to defeat. So in this situation, Lord Krishna wanted to take some opinion. Lord Krishna can decide himself. Wanted to take opinion from Uddhava. Uddhava was a very intellectual person. Disciple of Brihaspati, the guru of demigods. He is considered a great devotee and a jnani also, jnana bhakta. So here, Uddhava is giving in this chapter especially, considering two proposals on hand. One is actually to go for fighting Jarasandha and defeating him, and another one is actually go to Rajaswaya Yajna. So what is to be done? So Uddhava actually analyzes both because he is a jnani based upon scriptures, logic. fortified by the logical argument. Logic is also required to establish your stand. First and foremost thing he said, Rajasuya Yajna is to be done. Rajasuya actually means the Yajna of the king who is undisputed. Everybody accepts him. Like emperor, Samrat. Nobody disputes his authority. That person is supposed to do Rajasuya Yajna. So now, it is not everybody is conquered. Jarasandha, he is not accepting the authority of Yudhishthira Maharaj. In fact, he has imprisoned 20,000 royal order people. So all the royal order people also should accept it. No, but they are in prison. How they will accept? So, Rajasuya Yajna conducting before killing Jarasandha is incomplete. It is inappropriate. Not everybody is accepted. You yourself proclaim that everybody accepted doesn't mean anything. You yourself proclaim, I am the greatest person. What does that mean actually? Somebody else should say, no? So, Uddhava explains that Jarasandha is a very, very strong person, having the strength of 10,000 elephants. One elephant is so much. 10,000 elephants, but very, very powerful. And he can be defeated in one-to-one combat, not by fighting with the army. And it is not advisable to conduct a war with him and defeat him. No, it is not possible. He is supposed to be defeated in one-to-one. Then when a person is supposed to be defeated by only one person, why to go with a big army? SriSriRadhaRasbihariTemple ki, SriSriRadhaRasbihariTemple ki, Sri Gaur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. And Uddhava also said, the one-to-one, that is only Bhima. Bhima is supposed to kill him. And that is also, Bhima can kill only in your presence. Very intelligently put in. That your presence, he can kill, but your presence is also required. If we go back in history, Jarasandha was born as 2 half babies. And Jara, Rakshashi, joined him to become one person. And as long as these 2 parts of the body, they are in the same alignment, then it can come and join also. That was special mystic power that he has got. So, finally, anyway, the Bhima, Arjuna and Krishna went in disguise as a Brahmanas, because even though he is demoniac, you can understand even demoniac people used to respect the Brahmanical culture. So Brahmana comes and begs a charity, they will not refuse. So he said that go as a Brahmana and say that what do you want? I want to fight with you. This is a charity you can give. So Jarasandha and Bhima, they were fighting. And Bhima was told to tear him apart in 2 pieces. Like he was born, he is supposed to die also like that. So Bhima caught hold of his leg and tore him apart. Vertical line. The 2 parts which are joined to become one baby became 2. And when he left it like that, the 2 coming and joining. Bhima was wondering, what is this? Tearing apart, coming back. Tearing apart, coming back. This is where Krishna's presence is required. Then Krishna took a grass and he tore it like that and put it in the reverse direction, upside down. Yeah, upside down hoga to join nahi hoga. Head will not join to leg, So Krishna's presence was very important in all Mahabharata. Entire thing. If Krishna's presence was not there, things would have been very different. That is material calculation. So Uddhava very specifically said, in your presence, Bhima should be able to kill him. So, in this way, Uddhava instructed that both things are to be done. Sometimes you will have conflicting proposal in front of you. what to do? This is also maybe right in some respect, the another one is also maybe right in some other respect. How to get it done? An intelligent person tries to make a balance in such a way that both are achieved. In one stone, you get two mangoes. Mango season is gone. But there is a saying that if there are two things, with one stone you get it, two mangoes. Getting one mango is also very difficult. Two mangoes. So, sometimes there could be dilemma having two, conflicting proposals in front of you. And there are several cases which actually gives a lesson to us how that can be achieved. And in this, where does the logic stand? Here, Madhav was very logical. We can also see in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is described in the first canto, how Ashwatthama, at the end of Mahabharata war, Mahabharata has not started as far as this section is concerned. When Duryodhana was spine broken, the spine was broken by Bhima again. And he was almost dead, lying down. Ashwatthama actually killed the 5 sleeping children of Draupadi. Chopped their head. And he brought to the Duryodhana, thinking that Duryodhana will be very happy. Duryodhana said, no, this is not correct. Duryodhana is a bad character, right? But then you can see in the normal dharma, how he was sticking to. He said, no, this is not correct. Why did you do that? Can't do that. When Arjuna came and found out, and Draupadi was crying, mother losing 5 children. One child only is so difficult, 5 children, all the 5 children. Arjuna said, whoever has killed this Brahma Bandhu, actually Ashwatthama is the son of Dronacharya, Brahmana, supposed to be. But I will chop his head and bring it to you. And by standing on the head of Ashwatthama, you can do the final rituals for these children. Kshatriyas are known for taking vows which are generally very difficult to do, but they will do it and show it that they can do. Keep the goal very high, very difficult for any normal person, and then really do it. We can see how, along with Krishna again, Arjuna chased Ashwatthama. So when Ashwatthama was running away, a Kshatriya is supposed to fight, a warrior is supposed to fight. Running away means he is already a coward. And when he found that he is going to lose, he is going to be captured, he released actually Brahmastra. And then Arjuna said, what to do? Krishna said, you also release your Brahmastra. Counteract it. Brahmastra is like atomic bomb. There is no technology to counteract one atomic bomb with another atomic bomb, by the way. But Brahmastra can be counteracted. He counteracted it, huge fire, then he retracted also. Finally captured him. Captured him like an animal. Like, you go to a market and, get a goat and capture it. You just keep dragging it. A goat has nothing to say actually. Arjuna actually promised that he will bring the head of Ashwatthama, but he didn't kill him there. Interestingly. He could have killed him there. Some lessons have to be taught. So he brought him full in front of Draupadi. Actually, Krishna told him, kill him immediately. This fellow is a Brahmana is not supposed to be killed, but he's a Brahma, but he's not a Brahmana. He's a Brahmana by name only. He's not Brahmana by quality. Mar dalo. Arjuna, with compassion, he brought. When Draupadi saw Ashwatthama, she was, in fact, he is the same person who killed the 5 children, and she should have said, why brought the whole person? We should have brought the head only, no. She didn't say. She immediately felt compassionate, became emotional. Oh, this is son of our Guru. He should be treated like Guru. And if you kill, his mother will be crying like me. I am already crying, so why she should cry? So you please relieve him. Yudhishthira Maharaj also said, yes, that is good. Nakul Sakadev joined. Bhima said, no. This fellow doesn't deserve that. He should be killed. So here is a dilemma. Logically speaking, there's a logic here. Logically speaking, he is a Brahma Bandhu. He doesn't, aggressor should be killed. Shastra gives permission for killing. An aggressor, he's an aggressor. Aggressor should be killed. He's not really a Brahmana, he's a Brahma Bandhu, and he has done such a crime that he deserves to be killed. And you took a vow also to kill. Kshatriya's vow cannot go in waste also. Somebody like Arjuna, he took a vow to kill, and all these things justify that he should be killed. By logic, he has to be killed. And on the other side, Draupadi is on the emotional platform. Women can be very easily be emotional. He said, no. Even though I underwent such a pain, why should I see another person undergoing pain? Para dukkha dukhi, not para dukkha sukhi. Suppose I lost something, he should be taken. Eye for an eye. Right? No. On the emotional platform. Lord Krishna told Arjuna that, my dear Arjuna, you know what Draupadi is telling, and you know what Bhima is telling, you know what I want, please do the needful. Dharma sankat mein dal diya. Killing also, not killing also. One person is telling leave, another person is telling kill. Then this is actually a dilemma. Yeah. In a very conflicting situation, one is put how to take an action which can satisfy all. And that is leadership quality. It's a leadership lessons are being taught here. So Arjuna, what he did, he actually cut the money. Actually, this Ashwatthama was born with the money. And he has cut that money and cut the hair also. And he left him, driven him away like an animal. You are tied an animal and you release him and go, the animal runs away. So this is like insulting a great person. Insult is worse than death. Akirti maranat atirichyati. For a dignified person, for a very respectable person, disrespect is worse than death. So in this situation, Arjuna actually disgraced him by means of insulting him, which is actually as good as killing him. He said that he will kill, so actually he killed. But he is not killed also. For a Brahmana, punishment is not on the bodily platform. Punishment, disgrace itself is a great punishment. So he is on one hand killed also, on another hand not killed also. So this is a situation where one actually have to see what is actually logically correct, and also taking into consideration emotions of certain people. But logic stands on the majority level. More it has to be logical than more emotional. So in this way, here also we are seeing that Krishna was put in a situation to decide between whether to actually fight against Jarasandha, which the youngers in the dynasty wanted, and also to go to the Rajaswa Yajna. So we are going to read how Krishna is balancing these two. Also we can see when a situation comes, we have to be very careful about how our actions are correct logically, and not to be carried away by hearsay. Somebody is telling, blind following, blind faith. That is also one should be very careful to avoid. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his pastimes, he actually visited Vrindavan. So, in Vrindavan, when he was staying, one day there were a group of people, they were mentioning that they have seen Krishna again manifesting. Krishna manifested 5,000 years ago. Again manifesting. We have seen Krishna dancing on the hoods of Kaliya. Very nice darshan we had. So, like this, several days, 3 days, several people, common men, they were mentioning. And Balabhadra Bhattacharya was accompanying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he has seen how through Jharkhand forest, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can make the animals chant. Animal, tiger and deer can chant together also. So he has seen, so he is living with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Balabhadra Bhattacharya one day came and said, my dear Lord, all these people are telling they are seeing Krishna. I also want to take darshan of Krishna and come. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him a slap. What is this now? You are supposed to be learned scholar. Learned scholar means, you act according to Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. Shastra is there. And these people are telling, they are seeing Krishna. And you are telling you will go and see, not knowing that Krishna is in front of him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. So, on next day, some of the people came and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, did you take darshan of Krishna? They said, actually all these days people are telling they were taking darshan of Krishna, but it is not correct. What happened? What actually happened was, in the Yamuna, what people saw as Krishna is, in the middle of the night, they saw some very dim figure. And then a person is moving here and there is some little light coming from, flooding from there. And they thought the little light is jewels on the hoods of Kaliya. And the person who is going here and there, it is Krishna. And so they thought like that. But what actually happened was, there was a fisherman fishing in a boat with a lantern, light, little bit lantern. And the lantern light was coming, they thought it is a jewel. And the person is actually fisherman, not Krishna. And the boat is going here and there, that is not hoods of Kaliya, by the way. And they said, this is foolishness that we thought that we are taking darshan of Krishna. But actually, they said we are taken darshan because they are standing in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, they were taking darshan of Krishna. Not in the mid of the night, in the Yamuna. Right in front, when Krishna is there present, that darshan you are taking. So, in this way, actually, sometimes we cannot be carried away by emotions or misdirections by means of whims, somebody assuming, interpreting something. These are all not the basis of coming to a conclusion. Interpretation of a boatman fishing in the middle of the night cannot become actually the basis for thinking that Krishna has already again came back. It cannot be. But what is required is the basis of Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. Shastra says Krishna is not going to incarnate in Kali Yuga. So much so that Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whenever people said, you are Krishna, I said, no, Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu. Don't tell like that. We cannot be compared to Krishna. Krishna himself has to say, and what to speak of in Krishna again coming back and dancing on the hoops of Kaliya. Kaliya is already gone. Kaliya is not there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, Kaliya is not there. Where he is going to come and dance on the hoops? So, in this way, the important aspect of our decision is actually the logical reasoning. So, Sridhar Swami mentions that, commenting on this verse, Achyutam indicates Uddhava's proposal is infallible. Achyuta is infallible. So, why? Because it is fortified by logical reasoning. He was very logical that Rajasya Yajna you have to go, that's fine. But after doing this, and this doing also not by declaring a war, just to go and take charity of fight. So this way you can achieve both purpose. So it is mentioned that this proposal was welcomed by all the elders and not the youngers. Sometimes elder means you are supposed to be mature with experience. Experience matters. When one is not experienced, he may be just forced to take some decision which may not be considering all the facts, and it may not be completely successful also. Here it is mentioned that when younger persons like Aniruddha and all, they said, what is this actually? We got an invitation to fight and we should go and fight. We are very powerful, we should do that. And whereas elders like Vasudev and others, they said that no. Uddhava is giving because he is a very intellectual person, logical reasoning. His reasoning is correct. Generally, the king is the final authority, Naradeva. In the kingdom, the king takes a decision, there is no appeal to it actually. You can only go to Krishna. Because there is no appeal, the decision taken have to be fully considering all the facts. It cannot be just by means of some emotions or by means of some hearsay. Somebody coming and telling immediately believe and then take action doesn't work like that. Somebody will come and tell, oh, aisa ho gaya, theek hai, inko aise hi kar do. We'll have to thoroughly see, because decision once taken cannot be reversed. Decision once taken cannot be reversed. So that is how the kings used to have the council of ministers. They will immediately say, what do you think? What do you think should we do? The ministers neutrally they can say different views. We can see, even in the Kali Yuga itself, like Chandragupta Maurya, we had Chanakya Pandit. Chanakya Pandit used to give advice. He never used to do it, he will give advice. Even Akbar, Birbal. So the kings actually used to take the advice of the ministers because ministers are level-headed, very knowledgeable, intellectual. They can give no contrasting views and finally suggest that these are the facts before you. Then you decide. Then the king can take all these consideration and then make a decision that will be perfect. So in this way, here Krishna is setting an example, playing the role of a king, prince in Dwaraka. So asking Uddhava for his opinion, and Uddhava is giving the opinion based upon logic, not by being instigated by immediately to fight. So today is also the disappearance day of Shyamananda Prabhu. So we will discuss about wonderful pastime of Shyamananda Prabhu. Shyamananda Prabhu was born in Odisha. Before his birth, many of the children, for his parents, they actually died. So when Shyamananda Prabhu was born, he was named Dukiya. And when he grew up, they thought that he should be initiated. And he said, my Guru is Hridaya Chaitanya. He is in Ambika Kalna. So I have to go and take initiation from him. I said, Hare, who is that? And then he left home and he came to Ambika Kalna and Hridaya Chaitanya asked him, who are you? No, I came to take initiation from you. Oh, really? I was thinking that somebody will come to assist me. Okay. So, Shyamananda Prabhu was initiated as Krishna Das, also known as Dukhi Krishna, because already he is a Dukhiya. So he was very intelligent. By seeing this, Hridaya Chaitanya actually asked him, you please go to Vrindavan and you study under Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami, you study under him. So, Dukhi Krishnadas came to Vrindavan and he was studying under Jiva Goswami. Also, there were Narottam Das Thakur and Srinivas Acharya. So, the three of them, they were stalwarts in their generation. So, once Shyamananda Prabhu asked Srila Jiva Goswami, please give some service, some special service. I want to do something. Studying to chal raha hai. All other services are going on. So I want to do some special service. Please give some service. And Jiva Goswami said, okay, we have a very special service for you. Take the broom and sweep. Niduvan. Lord is performing pastimes. So sweeping service is given to him as a special service. Very nice. Whatever service is given, no problem. So he was very sincerely and seriously doing the service. One day he found an ankle bracelet. Nupur, ankle bracelet. When you are sweeping, sometimes you sweep, you get something. So he saw that, oh, very nice. Then he thought, this must be, somebody must have lost it. And if that person comes, I'll give it to him. So he took that bracelet and put it on the chadar. He tied on chadar and kept it. So, in the pastime of Srimati Radharani, she figured out that her bracelet is missing. She told Vishaka, please, yesterday we performed the pastime, just go and find out where it is. So when Vishaka came, she was searching. It was not there. And Dukhi Krishnadas was sweeping. So when somebody is lost, you should ask first the sweeper. Sweeper ka paas mila hai kya? Generally, sweeper ko milta hai, deta hai kisko. Today is good luck day for me. So she came and asked, did you find any nupur here? Yes. Whose it is? It is my friend's. My friend told me to bring it. Friend, tell your friend to come. Whosoever it is, they should come and claim. Another person is not allowed. So you tell your friend to come, then I will see. So, then, in Dukhi Krishnadas, he saw a wonderful girl and immediately he went into trance. Dhyan. And pastimes can happen in the mind also, consciousness. So then he was experiencing, it was in the banks of Radha Kund. And he took a dip in Radha Kund, he came out. Then he became like a girl. And then Radharani called him and took that nupur, which he actually got it, and put on the forehead of Shyamananda, Dukhi Krishnadas. And took kumkum from her lotus feet. Lotus feet is having the kumkum dust, put on his head. And then he was feeling very ecstatic. And when he was feeling that ecstasy, then he came out of the trance. And nobody is there. Radharani is not there. And Nupur is also not there. But the tilak made out of that Nupur, that is there still. The tilak It was different. Now, but Gaudiya Vaishnava Tilak is like this. So, Radharani has put a she initiated a new style of Tilak in Dukhi Krishna Das. And he said, now you go and perform your service. So, Dukhi Krishna Das came to Jiva Goswami because he is under Jiva Goswami. What to do? Yesterday it happened like that. Radharani put it like that, it became like that. Radharani said from here onwards he will be known as Shyamananda. तो अभी क्या करने का? कुछ नहीं करने का है. तुम्हारा सेवा चालू रखो. Don't go on discussing this with others. You do your service. And in your name now you are Shyamananda. So, the name Shyamananda, people started hearing, Hare? His guru gave the name Dukhi Krishna Das. Now he has become Shyamananda. And it was not known to anybody that Radharani has done this. So people are talking, Hare, kya kar raha hai? What is happening? The news reached Hridaya Chaitanya in Ambika Kalna. He was very upset. Disciple does something wrong, Guru becomes very upset. So he came all the way from Ambika Kalna to Vrindavan, and Shyamananda is wearing a different kind of tilak and paid obeisances to him. So he caught hold of him and started beating him. What is this? I told you to come and study under Jiva Goswami, and what are you doing? You have started a new tilak and a new sampradaya, new thing. What is wrong with you? What do you think of yourself? Shyamananda did not tell anything. He didn't say that, wait a minute, my dear Lord, my dear Master, I know you gave a name, fine. Radharani gave this name, so who is better? Nothing. He didn't say anything. And that day night, actually, Srimati Radharani came in the dream of Hridaya Chaitanya. And he said that, I am the one who gave. Who are you to stop? Sometimes, one's decision can be surpassed by a superior. That is acceptable. And by the way, that superior has to be really superior and fully justified in doing what? Here, the person doing is Radharani herself. Who can contest that? So, Hridaya Chaitanya was so ecstatic. So in the dream only he saw when he heard that it is Srimati Radharani's mercy. He has got the blessings of. If somebody is getting the blessings of Radharani, there is nothing that can be questioned actually. Whom to follow? I have superior authority. So Hridaya Chaitanya called Shyamananda, said, "Oh, you are so fortunate. You are so fortunate." He took him on the lap and he was embracing him. You got not only darshan of Radharani, and she has given a very special blessing to you. Please continue this. So in this way, Shyamananda Prabhu was personally blessed by Srimati Radharani, and his services were so much appreciated by her. And Shyamananda Prabhu continued his service under Jiva Goswami, and after that, when the preaching, they wanted to do preaching, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Acharya and Shyamananda Prabhu, they three actually brought the scriptures from Vrindavan to Bengal. On the way it was stolen. So when it was stolen, Shyamananda Prabhu returned to Ambika Kalna and serving his guru, and in this way he performed his pastime. And Shyamananda Prabhu is servant of Subal in Krishna Leela, Subala in Krishna Leela. And Shyamananda Prabhu's Pushpa Samadhi is across the street of Radha Shyam Sundar Mandir, where actually he found that Nupur, where he found the Nupur of Srimati Radhika. It is there in Vrindavan. So on this auspicious day, we pray to Shyamananda Prabhu, so much blessings he got, so that we can also have the service attitude that he had, that even though he was completely blessed by Radharani, he was not making advertisement, because Sri Jiva Goswami said, keep quiet. When you get a favor, you don't have to make a big advertisement. But in a very humble mood, he has served, by means of which he achieved the perfection in life. So on this day, we pray at his lotus feet, so that we can also have a little service attitude like him. Srila Shyamananda Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for nicely explaining the logic. There is one more pastime, maybe you might have missed. Srila Prabhupada explains in 10th canto 9th chapter. Mother Yashoda is giving milk to Krishna, and then there on the stove, the milk is boiling out. There Prabhupada writes, sometimes spiritual master gives two kinds of services, and then which one to do first? One must use intelligence. Like Giriraj Maharaj explains, that Prabhupada told him to look after the construction and management and all. Then Srila Prabhupada told him also to write books. Then Maharaj was saying what to do, which service to be done first. Then he said, okay, I will do the construction and management first. Then I will write books, because it can wait for later on also, like that. I have one question. In Mahabharata it is mentioned that Narad Muni is the one who actually advised Yudhishthira Maharaj to perform Rajasuya sacrifice. When he visited, I think, Yamaloka, he saw Pandu Maharaj, and then Pandu Maharaj actually requested Narad Muni that you tell Yudhishthira to perform Rajasuya sacrifice. My question is, once somebody dies, the soul, then he cannot go with this body to the Yamaloka or whatever, heavenly planet. So, how did Narad Muni recognize that Pandu, and then he still has attachment for Yudhishthira Maharaj? Because we see that in Chitraketu Maharaj's pastime, that boy says, his son says, which father, mother? I had so many fathers. So how do we see this? How do I understand?
The material body identification is what we do, because we are seeing through our eyes. Material eyes. Material eyes only can see the physical body. Beyond the physical body, the subtle and spiritual reality is also there. So, physical body, when leaves, one leaves the physical body. So, in the case of Chitraketu Maharaj's son, it's there are different lessons for different purposes. So, one not to be attached to one's family, because the lesson Narada Muni wanted to teach was that he should not be attached. So, he wanted him to be, kind of pursuing the spiritual path. So to teach him that don't be attached to the son. So there the example is given, is okay, that child comes and tells which father, which mother. Definitely he had a father and mother also. It's not that he didn't have, but he is asking the question, there are so many fathers and mothers, so what is happening? So that lesson is what is being to be taught for Chitraketu, so that he can get detached and can take the spiritual path more seriously. Whereas in the case of Narada Muni, yes, even though they go, there it is in the spiritual realm, not seeing the physical body. Physical body is not there. You see, the soul's identity is also there, We are going to leave this body. We are going to be somewhere. And somebody from the higher realm can see that this person is dead. So in the story of that, what is that snake? Kailash. Kailash has changed the body, but then soul is same, So he is telling this is the same Kailash, like that. So when there is a story of Kailash, he was so attached, and he leaves the body, and then he becomes what? First dog, Dog. And then still he's so attached to the family, he's still roaming around the house only. Then slowly becomes a snake also, same fellow, because attachment to the family lives near the family. But Narada Muni could see that it is the same Kailash that is in the same, is in the snake's body. Narada Muni is not seeing the burnt away body of Kailash, but he can see the soul. So in the same way, Narada Muni meeting Pandu is not the physical body. But it is not attachment. These are all the exemplary personalities. Because the associates of Lord Krishna, coming in the family of Lord Krishna, their, level is very different. They cannot be compared to ordinary material level of conditioned soul. These are all, associates of Lord Krishna. So, of course, Yudhishthira Maharaj is the undisputed leader of that point of time. And he has got Bhima and Arjuna who can go in all directions and conquer them. The necessity of Rajasuya Yajna is he is supposed to conquer all directions. He has got all his brothers who can do that. So definitely Pandu Maharaj wanted him to be glorified. And in fact it is Krishna's desire that he should be. It's a whole pastime is around actually. Krishna should come to the Rajasuya Yajna and he should be given the first honor. And he should be worshipped, and Shishupal should come, and he should, chastise him for 100 times, and he should be killed. All these pastimes are like interwoven, So one person saying anything, they are only playing the role of making that pastime to happen. So Pandu Maharaj's very desire itself is to make Krishna's desire of Rajasuya Yajna to happen so that he can carry on with his pastime. So all these things are interconnected. So Narada Muni seeing is not seeing the material body, it is a spirit soul, spiritual identity. Yeah. When there is contrasting thing, one can do what is most important at that point of time. But one thing is that, connection to Giriraj Maharaj writing books and doing the service as temple president, Maharaj also says that instruction of the spiritual master can be delayed, not denied. You can't just neglect it throughout the life. You can delay it. When the right time comes, you should be ready to do that also.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, we know that Duryodhan is envious of Pandavas from childhood. But here we see that Yudhishthira Maharaj is performing this Rasu Yajna, but Duryodhan is not objecting. So how it is possible?
He can't object because he is son of Pandu. See, the problem with Duryodhana is, Dhritarashtra was the eldest in the family. Pandu is younger. Okay? So generally, when the emperor passes away, the eldest son becomes the next king. That is the rule. But the problem with Yudhishthira Maharaj was, problem with Dhritarashtra was, he was blind from the very birth. Then all the ministers consulted, a blind man cannot be the emperor. So they said that he was disqualified. They disqualified him. And then they made Pandu as the emperor. Now Pandu, after becoming emperor, the next generation is Pandu's son has to become emperor. Now you try to understand, Duryodhana is thinking, what is my mistake? I am son of Dhritarashtra, but he was blind, because of which, if he was not blind, I would have become emperor. I lost the chance simply because my father was a blind man. So because of which he was always feeling that kind of dissatisfaction. So that was exhibited at different points of time, always. That is why Duryodhana was always having conflict with the Pandavas. What is my mistake? I should have become. So when Pandu passed away, Yudhishthira Maharaj was to become emperor, but he was very young. So they said that until he becomes coronated, let Dhritarashtra just manage. So in this way, when he was grown up, then he is supposed to be emperor. No? So he is wanting to do Rajasuya Yajna. In the Rajasuya Yajna, everybody was involved, including Duryodhana, including Karna, everybody did so. It's a huge affair, by the way. Everybody has got different services. And Krishna was put on the first honor platform to be worshipped first. So he didn't object because there is no way to object. So then he thought that somehow or other, I should become. Then all this gambling match and then losing and vanavas, all these things happen. So Duryodhana cannot object because that is the line of succession as per scriptures. But he wanted to do a manipulation by means of which he can somehow or other get the kingdom that he was supposed to have gotten it, but he did not get it. He wanted to get it, finally he lost it. So what he cannot get it, don't try to get it. What you deserve it should come to you also. There is a balance. So, Krishna decided, he is not giving, take it by fight. Because getting a kingdom cannot be by means of gambling. You have to prove your strength on the battlefield to gain a kingdom, not manipulation. Because you got it by manipulation, then it has to be rectified. A wrong thing has to be rectified. So rectification is Mahabharata. He tried all his best, give half of it, 5 village, 5 province, nothing. Mahabharata. Satyameva jayate.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much for the wonderful lecture, Prabhu. Prabhu, you mentioned about Shyamananda Prabhu and Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu pastime, in which Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu might be scolded or might be had taken some action towards Shyamananda Prabhu. Prabhu, what happens sometimes in our life also, when we put in some certain roles at that time, maybe not knowing we took some action toward our juniors. And there might be a vice versa also, we might be at that time playing the role of Shyamananda Prabhu and somebody, our seniors might be scolding, not knowing the real intention. So Prabhu, it is well understood from the past time that if you are in the role of Shyamananda Prabhu, then you can just be silent and let Krishna accordingly deals. But when it comes to the role of Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu, Prabhu, how can we then deal with that situation? Because it appears to me that it might be an offense or it might be something sinful. So
you have to take a decision based upon the facts in front of you. All the facts. Every fact should be in front of you to take a decision. With all the facts in front of you, if you have taken a decision which is unbiased, neutral, then there is nothing wrong. If all the facts are not in front of you, if you make a wrong decision, then you should be blamed for it. As far as Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu's case is concerned, the fact in front of him, everything was there. But the fact which was not in front of him was Radharani did it, which was not known to him. So he can't be blamed for that. That is why Radharani herself has to come in the dream and say that I only did it. Once he knew that, immediately he begged forgiveness from Radharani. And immediately he called Shyamananda and embraced him. So once, even if you have taken a wrong decision, when it is known that it is wrong, then you should be ready to accept that it is wrong. Sometimes the ego will prohibit you to do that. That is not correct. Even for somebody to say that, yeah, I made a wrong decision, you should have a courage of keeping aside the ego to say that, yes, I made a wrong decision. It's good to admit it. If you don't admit it, you are only not going to cleanse your consciousness. When you admit it, you are cleansing your consciousness. When you don't admit it, you are making your consciousness contaminated. So you have to decide what you want to do. Because we are dealing with so many things, we may be making so many decisions. But we will have to be always careful that you do a wrong decision, not in your own personal interest, but it is in the interest of larger interest. So if you are sincere, Krishna, even if you make a wrong decision, Krishna will make a way to rectify that. But when Krishna is showing that you have to rectify, you should be ready to rectify. That will help.
Thank you very much.
Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Shri Srila Prabhupada Ki Nitai Gaura Premanande